Okay, welcome back. This is an illustration of the tire from the side view. Tapos this one naman yung when you're facing yung actual na tire. Balik tayo sa binigay ko na information yung 'di ba 205/40 tapos merong ZR 17. So what we will focus on is this one, ito, and then ito. Okay. So to begin, itong 17 is 17 inches, meaning yung diameter ng mags mo. Or yung inner diameter na rin ng tire, same naman. So yan yung 17 inches. Next, the 205, again, it's millimeter, the inches. Ito naman yun. Yep. From one side wall to the other. That is the 205. And pardon my handwriting kasi I'm using a mouse, wala akong pen. Yan, that's 205. The 40 is not in millimeters, it is in percent, which means 40% of the width, which means 40% of 205. Ito siya. That's the 40%. If you would like to compute it in millimeters, all you have to do is grab a calculator. Clear natin siya. So 205 times 0.4, which is 40%. So it is 82 millimeters. If we are to convert it into inches, okay, I used to do that kasi what I would do is I would add the two values, 17 and then this one, to get the total diameter. This would give me an idea what other tire options I have if I'd like to get bigger tires or upgrade my mags, stuff like that. What we do is we will divide 82 by let me go back. 82 divided by 25.4. The reason why it's 25.4 is because it is in millimeter. Tapos 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. But since it's in millimeter, we will move the decimal place to the right para ma-compensate. And when we divide it with 25.4 millimeters, which is equivalent to 1 inch, we get 3.2 or 3.23 inches. So the total diameter from here to here is 20 point, let's just say 20.2 or 20, let's erase, let's put it here, 20.3 inches just to be safe. So when you so this will tell you if you have enough room to increase the tire size and up to how much if you plan to. Also, when there's no available tire dimensions for your car, which is similar to what is currently installed, this may be a consideration. You always have the tire shop who to assist and help you decide, but this is just some basic information. Next would be, let me just share something about other markings. So this is a picture of a tire that is installed. This would be the rim or the mags, and this is the tire. Notice the following. You will see here a yellow dot, and then there is a red dot. What does that mean? It means Kapag red, asado. If it's yellow, it's bola-bola. Just kidding. These are markings that will help the installer how to properly mount or how to properly install the tire to the mags. The yellow, I believe, will indicate that this is the, I think the, I'm not sure, just Google it. But what I do know is that the mags or the rims should also have similar markings, and then all the tire guy has to do is align that yellow dot with the markings found on the rim, inside the rim or the mags. Same with the red one. If there is if there are no markings in the rim or the mags, they have to align these markings to the what do you call this? The pito, or the where you inflate, that port where you put air to the tire. It has to be aligned. You may ask, what if there are two markings similar to this picture? There's red and there's yellow. Which one should you align here if there are no markings inside the mags or the rims? The answer is you go with the darker color. Go with the red. If it's only yellow, then, or if it's only red, then good for you. You don't have to think. Just check for the marking, or if there's none, align it here. But if both are present and there are no markings, for example, I'm assuming that this one has no markings, you have to align the red with this one because the red will always take precedence. The benefit of doing this is it would make tire balancing easier, and should it need wheel weights, because they put those bars inside to ensure that the wheel is balanced so that the wearing of the tire will be even, then it will only take a few of those wheel weights. So that's the actual benefit of aligning these dots. Next would be when should you change or replace your tires? I would go with 3. Off the bat, what I have is age, damage, and then wear and tear. For age, rubber starts to break down based on research when it hits 5 years. So if it's 5 years up, you may want to consider replacing it. Second would be the damages. If you see physical damage, especially for with the tire wall, because it is not as reinforced with the surface of the tire as discussed earlier, if you see a crack or a slice or a puncture, do not bother having it fixed. It has to be replaced regardless of how new it is or how thick the tires are. Second, if you visibly see steel threads coming out or sticking out of your tire, it's already delicate. Always remember that there is air inside it, and it expands, and it will attempt to exit whenever whenever it's able to exploit a weak area in your tire. Lastly is wear and tear. There's a practice where they use the coin. I'm not sure about the accuracy of that one is, but with wear and tear, I would refer you to this method. Here's an example of a tire, and notice that there are like these ones. Let's use a different color. These ones, they are like humps, and the way to assess if it requires replacement is when the surface of the tire levels with these humps. So when it's level, then that means you need to replace it. You will be able to feel these humps by running your fingers across the tire. And finally, I would like to share with you some tires I have used and recommend. I'm not paid to endorse these tires. I'm just sharing with you based on my experience because I'm happy with these products. These are in order. First is Michelin PS3, hands down. For me, this is the best in the list. The only challenge here is that Michelin Pilot Sport 3 are approximately or about twice the price of the tires listed below. So it's quite expensive, but if you can afford it, then good for you. I envy you because I know I used to afford these types of tires, but because I get to replace them frequently, I can't afford them anymore. So number two is Toyo DRB. Toyo DRB for me is also good. The only challenge is it's hard to find. Most of the time it is out of stock, so you either wait or you will be forced to choose a different brand. Kumho is the third. I just forgot the model. I'm not sure if it was in the picture shown earlier, but Kumho is reputable and it is readily available. So my only challenge with this one is it does not have the reputation similar to Michelin or and Toyo as of the moment because I just had it installed a couple of months ago. So there you have it. If you like this video, please again do me a solid like, subscribe, bell notification, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.